Cars Channel News and Review Car.
(2016) Opel Mokka X. Launched in 2012, the Opel Mokka has become one of the most popular mini SUVs in Europe, selling more than 500,000 units as of 2016. Although the German crossover can't be purchased in the US with an Opel badge, the Mokka is actually available on this side of the pond with a Buick grille, a different name, and slightly different features. Around since January 2013, the Buick Encore is set to receive a facelift for the 2017 model year. But, while we have yet to see it in the metal, its European twin has already been unveiled ahead of its official debut at the 2016 Geneva Motor Show. Unlike most facelifts, the Mokka's is rather significant, with the crossover having received a completely restyled front fascia, an updated interior, and a new engine. More importantly, the nameplate gained an X after Mokka and will be sold as the Opel Mokka X from now on. According to Opel, the X emphasizes a more adventurous and rugged personality and will be the segment identifier for future Opel SUV and crossover vehicles. In other words, expect all upcoming Opel haulers to sport an X badge, regardless of their names. While Opel's new naming strategy won't affect Buick products, I do expect the Encore to borrow many of the Mokka X's styling cues. Keep reading for more info on Opel's new compact crossover. May seem hard to believe coming from a vehicle designed by Opel, but the Mokka's facelift is actually worthy of being called a redesign. At least when it comes to the rear fascia, which has very little in common with the previous model outside of its compact proportions. There are brand new headlamps that are narrower, look more aggressive, and feature a double wing LED signature at the top. The grille has also been redesigned. The chrome frame has sharper edges and, more importantly, it no longer sports the beak-like chrome element. Instead, there are thin, wing-shaped inserts on each side of the Opel badge. The wings seem to run into the headlamp's LED DRLs, which gives the crossover a sportier stance. Opel also meddled with the bumper. Elegantly sculpted surfaces replaced the previous model's more Spartan design, while the fog lamps are no longer integrated into plastic inserts. The lower grille has three well-defined horizontal bars with black inserts extending around the redesigned fog lamps. The side panels remained unchanged from the original Mokka. The facelift does include new wheel designs though, but the rear fascia gained new cluster patterns for the taillights and thinner lights just above the bumper. On top of the more athletic design, the Mokka X also comes with two new vibrant exterior colors dubbed Amber Orange, pictured above, and Absolute Red. Much like the front fascia, the interior also received a significant makeover. There's a completely new dashboard inspired by the new Astra hatchback, revised AC vents, and more importantly, a new center stack. The infotainment screen, which is larger than the previous unit, no longer sits atop the dashboard. Instead, it is now integrated between the center-mounted AC vents, giving the dash a more cohesive appearance. The repositioned screen pushed the center stack, which is significantly cleaner button-wise, closer to the gear shifter. The steering wheel appears to be identical to the previous one, but the instrument cluster behind it was updated. The layout is similar to the pre-facelift Mokka, but the information section in the middle is now larger and more legible. The door panels and the seats have also been upgraded, but they're still closely related to their predecessors. On the tech side, updates include Interlink with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connectivity, and OnStar services tailored for the European market. The crossover also gained standard keyless open and start, which enables the driver to unlock and start the car with the push of a button. The new Mokka X will be launched with two engines in Europe. The lineup will include a 1.6-liter, 4-cylinder, diesel available in two flavors, an entry-level version rated at 110 PS, 108 horsepower, and a more powerful variant with 136 PS, 134 horsepower, on tap. The oil burner is part of Opel's Whisper diesel range and was first introduced on the Mokka in late 2014, when it replaced the 1.7-liter CDTI with 130 PS, 128 horses. On the gasoline front, the crossover will get the new 1.4-liter 4-pot that debuted in the Astra. The 4-banger cranks out 152 PS, 150 horsepower, and mates to a brand new 6-speed automatic transmission and an adaptive all-wheel drive system. The latter works in conjunction with an electromagnetic multi-plate clutch and deactivates on dry road conditions, leaving only the front wheels to drive the vehicle forward. This enhances fuel consumption, which, according to Opel, should be only 6.6 liters per 100 kilometers with the start-stop function activated. The Mokka X comes with new safety features. First up is Opel's new adaptive forward lighting LED headlamps. The technology adapts the lighting patterns automatically to the driving situation, providing the best possible light performance without glaring oncoming drivers. It has 9 different functions, including town light, country light, tourist mode, and a curve and cornering function. The Opel I front camera has also been updated with a higher resolution and increased image processing power. Due to the improved camera and the optional navigation support, the enhanced traffic sign assistant of the Mokka X has an increased detection rate. The following distance indication, FDI, uses the front camera to detect moving vehicles, while the forward collision alert is now enhanced with a reflective LED alert display. When the distance between the car and the vehicle ahead diminishes quickly, red LEDs reflect in the windscreen and an audible warning alerts the driver that braking is necessary. The lane departure warning is activated automatically at speeds over 60 km per hour. Other active and passive safety features include front and side airbags, belt pretensioners, a seat belt reminder, escape, and speed assistance. About the same size as the Mokka, the Juke is a more exotic proposition due to its not-so-conventional design. Based on the Nissan B platform that underpins a wide array of Nissans and Renault S, including the Clio, the Juke can be had with various 4-cylinder engines. The base 1.6-liter cranks out 94 PS, but the Japanese also offer a 117 PS version. Then there's the 1.6 Stig-T with 190 PS and the Nismo badge model with 200 PS. Finally, the diesel variant using the ubiquitous 1.5-liter turbodiesel comes with 110 PS on tap. Unlike the Mokka, the Juke is available in the US, where it retails from $20,250. In Germany, pricing starts from €15,550. Find out more about the Nissan Juke here. Developed on the same Nissan B platform, the Renault Captur is newer to the mini SUV market, having been launched in 2013. Sporting a design that's more similar to the Mokka, it shares the same diesel with the Juke, but feature 2 different gasoline units. The base model uses a 0.9-liter, 3-cylinder rated at 90 PS and a 1.2-liter 4-banger with 116 PS. The 1.5 oil burner cranks out 90 PS. Even though it's less powerful than the Mokka and the Juke, the Captur is arguably the most fuel efficient. Consumption is estimated to be as low as 5 liters per 100 kilometers for gasoline models and as low as 3.7 liters per 100 kilometers for diesel variants. Pricing for the Captur starts from €15,490, about $17,380. Read more about the Renault Captur here.